Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Grain Arcade. Good morning. We're back. And we're back. There it is. I was waiting for it. You know what? I don't even have my my headphones in. Hang on, I gotta get my headphones in so I can hear things. There they are. Alright. We'll wait for a few people to get in here. Morning, Twitchy. How's it going? If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you're following at twitch.tv/thegrainarcade. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/thegrainarcade. So you can catch it all. You don't want to miss anything. Big things are happening. Lots of big things. So number one, old man's not going to be here today, so I'm farming a solo today. I decided to come back over to, I don't remember what we decided to call this place. Holly Pines or something? I don't know. It's the 16X map, but we're here today. We'll get back to Huntan Pantai. I'm just gonna call it Pantai from now on. It's the Pantai map, the Japanese map. We'll be back over there. No, I don't think so. He is actually busy doing something else today, so he will not be here today. But I don't know if he got it. I don't think he did. I don't know if he's got a software problem or a hardware problem, but I'm still hoping that he'll get that fixed. Really hoping he'll get it fixed. You know, we're watching another map. It's not ready yet. It is actually DJ Modding that is working on a new 4X map. Did learn that it is based somewhere in central Montana. It doesn't have, I don't think it has a name yet, but it's coming along. It's still in the early phases, so a lot could change on it. But it's looking good. I've always liked DJ's maps. You know, DJ Modding, he did, gosh, I'm trying to remember all the maps he did. I know he did Green Valley, Nebraska. We like that map. He did I want to say cover version, because you know when a music artist does a song that was done by another person or group, then it's called a cover. He did kind of a cover of the Upper Mississippi River Valley. I want to say he did Oklahoma too, but don't quote me on that. DJ has some great maps. I know he did a lot for, I think he did a lot for 19. I think he did like Deer Country and all them. But he does a really good job on his maps. His maps have a lot of character. And they really tend to have a lot of more like realistic stuff in them. You know, you might find like a Tractor Supply and a McDonald's and a Dunkin' Donuts, and, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so update to this map. We own a little bit more farmland now. I've currently got a guy planting sunflower. We should be getting about done with that. He's just about done up there. We bought a lot of farmland. There's still plenty of farmland to buy. I did find something out though. Apparently the in-game GPS does have its limitations. We'll come over here to where I created this field here. So you see all the purple here. All of this has been plowed out. I've still got some plowing to do up here. This was a long field. And actually it was a skinnier field. I think the border was like right in here. Or no, right there. The border was like right in here. So the field went from way down here all the way up here. Well, apparently there are limitations to the in-game GPS. So, it would not, for some reason, and then all my edges were clean, and it wasn't a square field. It was a very long rectangle field. But apparently it does not auto detect. When you go up to the field and you press and hold your B button on your Xbox controller or your O button on your PlayStation controller, how it will, bring up the menu and detect the lines, right? I could not get it to do it. So I came back in and cut the field basically in half, and almost in half. I went back and kind of thought about it, and we'll talk about that in just a second. And then it did. Then it did detect the lines. So what I did was, and I really probably need to go into flight mode for this and show you guys. I know it's nighttime. I'm sitting here at the shop. So I widened the roads. I've done a little tree work here, by the way. I did come in and widen the roads. But what I did was I decided to divide a lot of this up. So what you'll see is like right up here. I've built in crossroads out where the fields are now. So this is kind of the division just to get the in-game GPS to work. Well, the in-game, I guess it's more than just the GPS. It's like the AI system too. So you gotta have it all working for it to all to work now. So yeah, I did divide this up. We don't own over here, but we do own these fields over here. So this is gonna be our first big kind of field. Then we're gonna plow this out, and this will be another big field. This is where I'm doing the sunflower up here, and I don't know where the dude went. There he is. So he's just about done planting sunflower up here. And then I think I'm gonna do corn over here and soybeans over here. So that's kind of the update. So basically what I've done is gone through this entire map. I've cut lines through here and put the roads in. I've divvied it up. I've divided the map up. So we're not going to have like super long rectangular fields. They're going to be more kind of like a grid. And it's like that for the entire map now. So we're going to do some tree clearing probably, in the long run. And this will all be kind of fixed. I got to do some repairing. You can see where the original plow line is there. But this is going to be kind of divided up, so this will be its own field this way. This will be another field this way. Eventually, this will be a field this way. Some of these may become small fields at first, till we get the trees cleared out, and then this will be a field this way. And then if we follow this road, follow the yellow brick road. No, wouldn't that be weird if we could make a yellow brick road? Huh. But yeah, then you have a field over here, and then, they got a lot of trees down here, so there's still a lot of room to expand. And a lot of the land I don't own yet. I have kind of gone through and put the roads in, mostly on the land that I guess we own. Some of it we don't own, and I had to go in and put in a little bit of gravel down just for, we'll just call it eminent domain or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's still a lot to... I hear a duck. Is that on the game? I think that is in the game. I heard a duck. I heard a duck quacking. I don't know if you guys heard it. I did. There. Y'all hear that? Is that a duck? What is that? Is that just like the background noise? I don't know. I heard it when I flew over these trees. This is probably built kind of maybe on the Riverbend framework or something. So you'll probably hear some of the sounds. It's like in 19, not 19. It's like in 22 when we were on Elm Creek, and you could hear the town sounds. So you could hear the baseball stadium announcer and stuff like that. It's probably the same thing. Probably the same scenario there. So basically went through and put in wider roads. We did that road there. So yeah, we're going to have like a grid area. Now I'm going to have to come back and redo this right here because I had plowed and planted this field before I decided to do that. And it detected this field. This field's not, super long, so it did fine on this one. But I am going to have to go through and put a road through here. So this, there it is again. So this, there's where the road will come out. It'll go across here, and then it'll meet up with that one. But yeah, we'll harvest that field first. I did plant cotton down here. So, that's the story there. The other story is you might see a little bit more information down there in the bottom right. Just above the speedometer there. And maybe a little bit more information up there kind of in the top right up there. This is what everybody was telling me about. Yeah, we have the enhanced vehicle mod now. There's a lot to it that I haven't explored yet, but I did figure out how to make the thing go straight and how to lock it in. So it's kind of like guided steering. It's kind of like that mod a little bit. I think it's kind of funny too, though. I'm going to use this grain cart for a seed tender. So I need to put in I'm actually going to put in a tank. I've been buying everything by the pallet. Fertilizer, liquid fert, seeds. Picked up the last little bit of seed that I had there. I am going to put in a seed tank thing back here. But this thing is just kind of, really just like the guided steering. But I did find it funny. So you can see when I turn, see that number changing down there. That's the actual heading. And it's the actual heading. So 360 degrees, 0 degrees, that's true north. I think it's funny because if you look down, you can see it better there. If you look down in the map, and I said this, in the previous streams, the heading for in-game Giants is wrong. It is completely flipped. So if I turn to 90 degrees, according to the enhanced vehicle mod, 90 here. And lock it in. There it is. Okay, there's 90. A little bit harder to see that down there now. So now it says we're at 270 degrees instead of 90. That is incorrect. The whole heading system that Giants has in-game is incorrect. It is wrong, so you can't go by that. According to Giants, we're facing the west, when apparently we're not. We're facing the east. And we know we're facing the east because if you look, zoom in on the map here, you can see that's east. That's north. That's south. That's east. And that's west. So yeah. Enhanced vehicle mod is correct. Giants, you're wrong. What is it? What is it? You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Alright, so I need to actually before I do this, let me go check on that guy. finishing up his in rows. How are we doing looking on the field here? Are we about done with the field? I think we are. No, he's still got to come down here and finish that part right there. That won't take long, though. Won't take long at all. All right. Yep. You know what? Let me double check my settings on here. My channel. Are we in the right place today, at least? Yes, we are. 16x by NBC Masterdad. That's where we are. Cool beans. Alright, is he gonna go back down there? Yes, he is. Cool. He's gonna drive back down there and finish that. So it looks like that's the only last little strip there left on the sunflower. So I did plant some other stuff. I planted oats down here. I planted the cotton obviously down here. We planted sunflower up there. I'm going to do soybeans right in here. And then I'm going to do corn right in here. And keep in mind that a lot of this, you know, with the years to come, will probably change. When you look over here, I think since I've got so much plowing to do over here, I've actually got to extend that down and, you know, divvy it up. You can kind of see the spaces in between where the road is at there now. There's the road that goes north and south right there. There's the road that goes east and west. Right in there where the lines are broken. So this is going to be divided up. I got to go back and fix it up a little, you know, make it neater, make it nicer. What's the right word for that? Make it more presentable. But I'm thinking do the winter crops over here. And maybe, you know, maybe some canola right there or something. But I'm thinking, you know, once we own all the land and we can actually come in and get all this plowed up and divided up and get it organized, start, you know, basically go to this right here. This is the crop calendar. You can go in here and I'll put probably all the winter crops together. So barley, canola, wheat. And then come back and do like whatever the crops are. You know, the way you can group them together is by whatever type of crop it is or when you plant them. So cotton would be first. I'd probably put all the cotton in an area. And then I'd come back and then go from there. So cotton you can start planting in February. In March you can do oats and you can do sunflower. If we do get into the other stuff like potatoes and peas and all that stuff, olives, we did the oats, grapes. Basically, the day one planting is kind of where it's at for me. If you're gonna do a crop, plant it on day one, unless you do like late. You know, we have done late beans before, but if you're gonna do a late crop, you have to harvest it late as well. And I'd rather, you know, keep it organized. You know, plant our cotton in February, plant the oats, sunflower in March, and then April is kind of the big one. And we're fixing to get into April. This is the last night for March. We're getting into April, so April we see just a little bit of everything to plant. So corn. If we get into vegetables, you know, you can do carrots. Let's see, the corn starts in April. Green beans do. Long grain rice, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to figure out how big of a rice field we can actually create, because you know you have to create it with the the build the rice field thing menu. So, but then parsnips, if we'll get into those, red beets, sorghum, soybeans, definitely the corn, soybeans, and probably sorghum too. So definitely want to get the grain meal going. He is still. I think what he's doing is I came in and helped him a little bit. I planted the north side of this field, so he's going over the areas. There, he's done now. He's going over the areas that he would have planted to do the inrows, and I had already done them. So I think he's just kind of going over them to say, okay, yep, okay, Matt got these areas. We're good. So I will take these back to the shop, and then we will go sleep and get started on planting probably the soybeans. And I've got to come in and finish plowing that field over there where I want to do the corn at. So harvest is going to be fun. I did see where they custom modding. They brought out the combine. I think it was the 690. It has a little more capacity than the other one that we had. The first one we had, the modded one that we got, was 22,000, I think, liters, and then this one is like 24. So we might end up going with that one. We'll probably end up getting the AF11 and probably maybe the CR11 as well. I know their capacities are a little bit smaller, but I don't know, the deers right now, capacity-wise, it seems to be where they're at. If they come out with the case ones, with expanded capacities, we might get those as well. Alright, see, now I can drive down the road here. And whatever direction you're facing with this, when you lock it in, it locks it in. So if I turn at an angle like that, it's probably going to lock it in at that angle. So it's not like multi-terrain angle. It's whatever like the in-game angles are. So yeah, it works. If you're basically facing within a few degrees of whichever direction you want to go, it's most likely going to lock it in at that direction. And I'll tell you, when you're creating the field, especially here, but other maps as well, when you're creating the field and you can't run the in-game GPS, this thing works. And when you're creating the field and you're running over a field that is like a meadowgrass field or something, this mod works. So yeah, even if guidance steering came back out, I mean, we still would maybe get that, but essentially this is the same thing. And really, this, you don't really even have to set it up. It's just kind of always on once you load it up. I do believe it is PC only, but once you kind of set it up, it's just always on. And I basically gone in and gone to the custom controls and changed some stuff over to the controller, so I can hit both bumpers and down on the D-pad, and that activates and reactivates it. There are some other functions as well, and I haven't delved into a whole ton of that stuff yet. There's one where you can flip it 180 and it'll turn it around like 180 degrees. You can change your width. You can set your lines up. I've got my lines turned off. But yeah, it's definitely a nice little map, nice little mod. Morning, Tomcat. How's it going? I guess we'll, when we get to tomorrow, we'll start on the beans first. Get one of these guys going in the bean field. Or maybe get a couple of them going. I'll have to look and see how we can set that up. Well, that is Howard from The Big Bang Theory. He's in a commercial for Liquid IV. I don't know what that is. I guess it's some kind of thing. I don't know. Never. But he's. I guess he's playing a character in a commercial. Liquid IV. It's Howard from The Big Bang Theory. He's got shorter hair and glasses, but it's him. Haven't seen him since The Big Bang Theory. Oh, I hear a siren. Is that coming down my street? That sounds like an ambulance. One thing when I made the road wider here, it kind of put some gravel around our big rock there, so we may end up removing the big rock. And I still need to put drives in here. I don't have any more pallets of seed over here. I need to put one of those tanks in. Why don't we go ahead and do that, and we'll sleep and go to the next day. Alright, let's see. Tanks. Those are under containers, right? Yeah, somewhere. We need a seed one. We're going to put a fert one in too. Alright, zoom in where we can see. Let's see, can I turn on snapping? Still can't do that. I don't know why. Not with the controller. I can turn it on with the keyboard. See, now it's on. And it'll let me like rotate it with the controller, but it won't let me activate it with the controller, which is weird. I know I've done that before. I won't try to get it symmetrical here. Where it kind of looks symmetrical anyway. Try to line it up with the fuel tank. Just to make sure it's in alignment. I'm not going to put it right there. Alright, I'm going to bring it. I'm actually going to bring it away. I've got plenty of space out here to put things. So I may bring it down here. That looks good to me. I'll just put it right in there. Everything I've placed on this map has been just kind of been eyeballed a little bit. I'll just kind of eyeball it and see if it looks straight, and hopefully it's kind of in alignment. If I space it out far enough, it doesn't matter. Why not too close? And, oh yeah, I gotta buy them first. Gotta buy some seeds. So this you can do mineral feed too. I think we've done mineral feed over on Riverbend with this. We want to buy the most that we can get. Okay. Now we can fill up. And we're full. Didn't take long. And Phil asked me, he said, are we going to do separate stations across this map since the map is so big? And the answer is yes. So we'll put our first tanks here at the farm. and that's in the center part of the map right here. But we'll probably also put stations. I don't know where all we'll put them. It would make sense to probably have like some up in the northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. But we might even do some like north, south, well, north, south. See, Giants has got me all scrambled up. West and east. So we could build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more maybe, just to have them at the different ends. Tell you, a good place to put them would be where the crossroads are at, because then it would be kind of like there's like a crossroad right there. So then you'd be able to cover like this whole 4-block area of fields from those tanks. You know what we could, you know what we could do? We could put in like our square roundabout and put the tanks out in the center of the roundabout. That'd be funny. More than likely, that's probably what we'll do. All right, I'm going to shut this off. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. This will be our seed tender for right now. Something we can roll out to the fields. Got this olive drab green J&M grain cart. If we get back into the solid fert, which we've got one rig out there right now, and get a blue one, and we could fill that up. Have some solid fert in it. Alright. We know we got that ready. Alright, we'll go sleep. It's getting ready to do our springtime planting. We still have our trailer. We're gonna build a house somewhere. I haven't decided where. Don't worry, we will. We'll do it. Don't worry. In the meantime, while we're sleeping and while that's loading. Wow, that was quick. Is it already April 1st? Yeah. Well, the clouds going over is still kind of trippy. I'm gonna open my Dr. Pepper. All right. Go grab planter. Kind of foggy. Yep, 7:30 a.m. somewhere. That's right. Got a lot of stumps out here I gotta get rid of. A lot of trees. Kind of holding off on really cutting any more trees with the Brooks chippers for right now, because the price for chips is like super low. And the best time to sell them is like December and January and February. So I may wait before I cut any more trees. There's plenty to do right now. I got a ton of plowing to do, a ton of planting to do, a ton of fertilizing to do. So there's plenty to do right now. We're okay. We've got $6.6 million. I think we'll survive on that. That should be enough to cover like our fertilizing and seed costs. A ton of plowing to do. See see how I want to set this up. If I want to do just one guy on the field, I can do it however I want. If I do just straight lines, I think I could hire 2 guys. So you see there is that white line that is the in row that goes around there. Can't set it to no in rows though. Can I just turn them off? Can I do that? Work the headlands off. That's what I need to do. So if you have headlands on there, you turn them off. He may not do the headlands, but at least I could probably hire 2 guys out on this, right? So he should go just straight, and I'll come back and do the headlands later. Oh, you know what? I need to change that to soybeans. Glad I caught that. Sure that still looks the same. Oh, now didn't it? No field detected. This is the message it was giving me earlier. Let me actually fire it out. Let's see if I can bring it back up here. Okay, so yeah. Work the headlands is off, so he should go straight north and south. Let me see what he does here. Watch him work his magic. So yeah, it looks like he's doing it. Looks like he's gonna go straight. I've got work headlands off, so we'll have to come back and do those manually. But hey, as long as he doesn't do them, and I can hire another guy on the other side of the field, because this is not a small field. It's a big field. All right, let me go find the other thingamabopper. There it is. We'll get some seed. Or is foggy? It's a foggy day out here on the farm. I need to learn a few strings on the banjo. And I can sing you guys some banjo songs. Not a copyright thing if you make up your own songs, right? Driving my case quad track down the gravel road. Got a Brooks chipper, and I'm gonna make some dough. I need to stick to my day job, right? I've been told that before. I stick to my day job. We are maybe out of the winter weather stuff. right now here in the Deep South. The only problem with that is now it is officially the first day of March today, right? We are when we get really into March, we still might get some winter weather, but when we get into March, that's when we start seeing our severe weather. And they've got our first severe weather outbreak on the forecast coming up this coming week. And when I say severe weather outbreak, I don't mean just like a few little, storms. They're talking tornado outbreak. Like outbreak of tornadoes. Like it's going to be Twister all over again. I still haven't seen the sequel. Twisters, I think is what it's called. Still have not seen that. Gotta see it. I know it has. The thing is, it has no ties with the original Twister, so it's like a completely whole other movie by itself. I was kind of bummed to learn that. So yeah, we might get some naders. We might get some tornadoes, but without the tuh. No, we're gonna get them. More than likely, unfortunately. We've had our fair share of them. Don't really look forward to them at all. It's one thing to be a storm spotter, because I used to do that. It's a whole nother thing when you're no longer a storm spotter and you are basically where you live at your own home, and then the tornadoes come after you. So yeah, it's a completely different feeling now. So all right, you know what? Let's test out this news thing here. Should be the same as it was before, back in 22. I did notice that these don't do lime. I don't have lime on this map. I have lime on the other maps. But you can't do lime on the Auger Wagon. And I remember now that that was a mod. Lime to Auger Wagon. Let's see how the old J&M does with seeds, though. Perfect. Cool beans. Alright, so we're good to go there. Let's take you to the other side of the field over there. And let you do soybeans as well. And then I gotta get back to plowing. Because we got fields that need to be planted and they're not plowed yet. One nice thing about having that larger plow and actually doing the plowing, you don't have to do weeds after that. At least that used to be how, that's how it used to be with 22 and maybe before that. If you plowed, you didn't have any weeds. So you don't have to have a rotary hoe, you don't have to have herbicide. I say that, I guess I need to go back and check our fields to make sure that that's still the case. Cruise control, because this is a long drive. Everyone has their own area of expertise, and unfortunately singing isn't one of yours. No. It's really not. No. I still do it though. But it's not. I'd be the remember you guys, I don't know, and I've never seen the show, but I've seen this clip over and over again, like on reels and stuff, of the girl singing. I want to say the song was like Chandelier or something like that by Saya, or something like that. But she should not be auditioning for like, and I can't even remember which show it was. It was either America's Got Talent or like American Idol or something like that. She was trying to sing it, but man, she should not have been trying to sing. Somebody, whoever told her that she could sing and should try out for that show was cruel, was very cruel indeed. Yeah, no, it was very bad. Very, very bad. Because if cats could sing, they'd hate it too. It was bad. I would almost try to sing it how she did, but even I can't sing that bad. It was very bad. It almost sounded like, and I hate to say this, it almost sounded like Christina Aguilera, but she's all hopped up on cold medicine or something. That's kind of what it sounded like, because when she was singing, it was like, you know how people do the oh, what's it called, where they do the waves, like the frequency waves of your voice, you know, stuff like that. She was like all over the place, and her waves were like 12-foot waves. They were just everywhere. She should not have been singing, bottom line. Alright, let's see if I can set this up the same way. Go back to AI. Yes. Okay. Soybeans. Hopefully he'll do this side and the other guy will do that side. I probably should have started that guy over in the middle. Wonder if I should do this guy over in the middle. You know what? I wonder if he'll start in the middle or if he'll come back over here. That way they don't collide into each other, they can just go. Only problem is like this field is so big, I don't know where the middle's at. I'm gonna say maybe where the corner of this is, or maybe just a little before the corner. Almost. I'm gonna say right there. Wonder if he'll start in the middle or if he'll go back over to that side. Let's find out. Looks like he might start right here in the middle. Maybe. He's lining up. I just got to get him to turn west. Yeah, he's going to start right here. Alright, cool beans. Totally started right there. Alright, so as long as I get him to turn west and go that way, then this guy can work that side of the field and this guy can work that side of the field, and they should not collide into each other. Cool beans. Alright, let me go find my plow. There it is. This is one of two plows that I've got. This is the red plow on the red machine. Got a green plow out there. Since this map is so big, I've got the green plow. Probably going to mostly be using it on the east side, and then using this one on the west side. Alright, create field on. Lower that. Go forward, and then I should be able to lock this into 0. Perfect. And I'm locked in. I don't have to touch, as long as I don't touch my steering wheel, this will stay straight. It will not stay straight if you don't have this. But yeah, I'm locked in, good to go. It's basically like I've got GPS, like I've got the guidance steering mod. So we're good to go. I can plow a straight line and not have to worry about the incorrect heading down there on this map right there. So yeah, see that says, and you can see it, you can watch that number, you'll see it flicker a little bit because it's trying to, it'll be trying to turn, because it, for some reason, you know, if you put it back on that heading, it will not stay in the straight line. But now that we have the enhanced vehicle mod, we've got it locked in at 0.0 over there, and that says 180 down there in the circle on the bottom left. That's incorrect. 180 degrees is south. 0 degrees is true north. And my thing is like, even if Giants came back and tried to say, oh, well, no, you know, that's actually the bottom of the map is north. No. The top of the map is always north. And the thing is they can't even use that, you know, argument, because see the arrow down there on the circle? That points to true north. So their whole map is wrong down there. That whole map circle down there is wrong. The arrow points to true north, yet they've got 180 degrees as our heading. It's incorrect. Somebody needs to tell them. How many? What patch are we on now? 1.6. They need to fix that. It's still broken. We haven't had, unless we've had a polar shift. You know, it's like the movie 2012, where we had a polar shift and we had earthquakes all over the place, and you know, sea levels rising, and you know, unless the poles are trying to shift, then that's not the case. What would happen if that actually happened? I mean, that has happened before, according to science. But if the poles swapped, and the North Pole became the South Pole, and the South Pole became the North Pole, would we change our maps? Would Canada still be considered the Great North? And oh my gosh, would I still be considered the Deep South? Or would I be considered the Deep North? And they would be like the Great South. Oh. Phil, you might be living in the Great South one day. I'll be living in the Deep North. That's a little scary to think about. Just a little bit. What would happen to the Bermuda Triangle? That'd be weird. The equator would probably still be there. Ew. You might be in the Deep South one day if we have a polar shift. If we have a, that's not what happened in the day after tomorrow, is it? No. They just had a climate shift. 2012 was the one where the poles swapped. They had all the earthquakes and, you know, all that stuff, and they built the big ships, you know. Phil, you might be the Deep South one day if we have another polar shift. I'm gonna have to teach Phil the ways of the Deep South. Okay? You're gonna have to, number one, start liking NASCAR. You're going to have to start liking country music. You're gonna have to start liking everything fried, no matter what it is. If it's something that you can, eat or freeze or bake, you're gonna have to fry it. Okay, you're gonna have to deep fry it. It doesn't matter if it's a Twinkie or an Oreo or ice cream or um, anything. I mean, we have. They sell. It's bacon, but it's deep fried bacon. So you normally fry bacon, right? Like if you're eating bacon, normal people, they just fry the bacon in like a skillet or on like a griddle sheet or something like that. Um, but they have, and there's more than one place that does it, so it's definitely probably a deep south thing. Uh, they will deep fry your bacon, so it's got like it's you know how you fry something and like chicken, okay? When you fry the chicken, you get the extra crispy, around for the skin, and all around the outside of it. That's how the bacon is. It's got its own layer of the deep fried part around it. And then they serve it, get this, they serve it with gravy. So you have deep fried gravy that you can dunk, or no, deep fried bacon that you can dunk in the gravy. I mean, you can literally feel your arteries clogging while you eat it. It's good, don't get me wrong, and then believe me, it's definitely a deep south staple as far as cuisine goes. But man, yeah, you can if you start sweating while you're eating that, you're most likely clogging some arteries while you're eating it. Just saying. Alright, got my feet propped up now. Can sit back and plow. But yeah, we deep fry everything, man. You gotta start eating fried catfish. And I don't know if y'all have hush puppies or not. I'm gonna say probably no. But you gotta start liking hush puppies. So that's deep fried cornbread balls. So you're gonna have to let's see, what else is there? I think there's more than I think everybody has coleslaw. You gotta like your fried chicken. You gotta like your country fried steak, which is basically just a hamburger-like patty, but it's deep fried. Everything's deep fried, I'm telling you. You gotta... It's basically like fair food all the way around. Which I like, Well, I haven't had a funnel cake in a while. Love me some funnel cake. You can actually buy like funnel cake fries, I think, at Burger King. I think they still have them. I don't know if they still have those or not. I do like the melts at Burger King. They're okay. Not like some of the other restaurants we have that have like the mushroom and Swiss things, I did see where McDonald's is bringing back the snack wraps. That'd be nice. It doesn't look like they're gonna do the grilled chicken snack wraps, which is probably better for you. It looks like they're gonna have the fried chicken snack wraps. So basically, probably what they're gonna do is, they have the oh, not the McChicken. What's the other sandwich that they have that has like the chicken thing on it? It's like a premium chicken kind of sandwich. It usually has just like pickles and mayo on it, maybe. Looks like they're gonna take that chicken and put a tortilla wrap around it, and then slap a sticker on it and sell it. I do miss the Angus stuff though, man. Those were the best as far as McDonald's goes. There's only one other burger that I liked from McDonald's, and it was back in the 90s. It was called the Arch Deluxe, and they actually had a whole series of deluxe stuff from that time frame. You know, we had Surge, we had Clearly Canadians, and then we had the deluxe lineup at McDonald's. They had the Arch Deluxe, they had a Chicken Deluxe, they had a Fish Deluxe. All of those things back then. Those were good. I liked the Deluxe series, especially the Arch Deluxe. And then later, you know, they did away with it, and then they came out with the Angus burgers. So you had a classic Angus burger, you had a bacon Angus burger, and then you had a mushroom and Swiss Angus burger. And then they brought out the wraps. So you had, not only do you have the burgers with the buns, but you had the Angus wraps. And it was basically the same thing, but it was, you know, it was a wrap. So, and then they did away with all of that, I guess because the costs went up. And, yeah, they decided, hey, let's not do it anymore. So, they were expensive back then, though. They were pretty expensive back then. But you know, to me, I would pay for quality. If it's not going to have quality, forget it. But I'll pay for quality. What I won't do is pay for like a Big Mac that has gone down so much in quality that the meat patties are so thin it looks like they've been run over by several Mack trucks, and the size has been shrunk down to half of what the original size used to be. Yeah, I'm not paying more for that. I know they, you know, they're trying to save money and cut corners, but there's got to be a tipping point somewhere. It's not worth it. Remember back in the day when we had like the Bigfoot pizza from Pizza Hut? Those were the days. What's that show? Archie Bunker. Was it All in the Family? Those were the days. They really were. We had everything. Not just food-wise. I mean, we had the 90s were great. We had all the best stuff. We had Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. We had Super Soakers. We had Nickelodeon, you know, GAC, and, you know, all the Nickelodeon stuff. Nickelodeon Studios, which they completely erased. And now they've kind of just changed everything. I mean, we had restaurants that looked like genuine restaurants. I mean, you take all the restaurants, and I mean literally like all of them. Let's start with Pizza Hut. Okay, remember Pizza Hut actually looked like a hut. The roof was shaped like a hut. Okay, you go inside, you sit down, you got the big Pizza Hut chandeliers over your table. You got the big Pizza Hut buffet, right? I mean, they had a Pac-Man table where you could sit down and play Pac-Man. We actually had 2 arcade games in our Pizza Hut. We had The Simpsons, and we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These were like the stand-up arcade games. I mean, you had brick wall, you had like the interior brick walls. You actually had booths and stuff you could sit at, or just a table. And now it's like the new McDonald's. I mean, they replaced them all with like these blocky looking modern style buildings, and they're horrible. I mean, it looks like a Starbucks, and I'm not a fan. Bring back the classic Pizza Hut. I mean, it was all about the experience, you know. It's like McDonald's, all the new McDonald's are very depressing. McDonald's used to have all the bright colors. They'd have like, all the playground equipment that had different colors, and a lot of the McDonald's later on they painted the roofs red. You had the golden arches, and all that, and the buildings, had a uniquely styled a roof with the building and everything. And now it's just like they took a Starbucks and made it into a McDonald's, and now it's just this gray and black block, metallic kind of shiny building that is very like it's like, give me a venti macchiato or something like that. Nobody wants that. I'm not loving it. As far as the building goes, I'm not loving it. Even Burger King, they've kind of done the same thing. Burger King used to have like a brick facade with like a wooden tile roof. I remember that. I remember those buildings, the Burger King buildings, and the Taco Bells. The Taco Bells actually had. It actually looked like a Mexican restaurant, and now they don't. Everything just has kind of taken a modern twist to everything. Bring it all back. It's scary to think about, but pretty soon you won't even be going out to get that stuff. Everything will be delivered by drone soon. And that's no joke. You think about it, what? 2 to 5 years down the road, everything will be delivered by drone. Probably by air. And what it does is the drone will come down, and then it'll drop a cable down with your order, and it'll drop it right at your front door. No more delivery drivers. Everybody who does like DoorDash and Grubhub now, they'll be without a job probably. Replaced by the drones. And then eventually I don't know whether to call them robots or AI Terminators, for lack of a better word, or except they won't terminate and they'll be doing everything else though. They already got these AI therapists. Have you guys heard about this? They have these AI bots that are like therapists that will talk to you. My thing is like, that is super weird. I am not talking to a robot, okay? I am not, unless it's Johnny 5, I am not talking to a robot. Ever. Nobody should get their therapy from a AI machine, okay? You need to talk to a human in these situations. Very scared to think about where we're going to be in 5 years, 10 years. Oh gosh, 15, 20 years. It's very, very scary. Very, very scary to think about. Now, there are some applications that an AI robot I might consider having one. If it will clean my house, if it will bring in my groceries, of course, if we have the drone deliveries, we won't have too much of a problem there anymore. If it will mow my lawn, if it will cook my dinner, if it will... what else? What else do I not like to do? If it will do all that stuff, you know, do the dishes, do the laundry, you know, all of that, I think that probably falls under the whole cleaning, you know? If it can do all that stuff, I might consider owning one. But I don't want to... yeah, laundry. What do you guys call it over there in the UK? Y'all don't call it laundry? We call it laundry. Where you wash your clothes. What do you guys call it, Yulberry? You just call it the wash? We call it laundry here in America. You know, if you ever... okay, laundry or the washing, yeah. Yeah. If you ever watch, what was that show? Jersey Shore? What was it? GTL? Gym, tan, and laundry? I don't do the gym and I don't do the tanning, but yeah, nah. I have to do laundry. We all have to do laundry, unfortunately. You call the machines washing machines? That's what we call them here. We call them washing machines. But it'd be nice if you could just, like, you know, we have, I don't know how it is over there. I would assume it's probably similar. You know, you take your clothes, you change your clothes, they go in the hamper. You take your dirty clothes out of the hamper, usually all in, you know, one load. And then you have to separate, like, your colors and stuff. Then you have to you have to put them in the washing machine, and then, you know, do the detergent, and I guess if you use fabric softener, and then depends on if you know, you're doing whites, and you use bleach and stuff, and then you have to do that, and then wait for them to get done washing, and then move them over to the dryer, and then take them out of the dryer and hang them up or fold them and then put them away and all that. That's what I'm talking about for, like, the AI robot to do. And I know there's you know, there's people that have, like, larger families that, you know, have kids that have a lot of dirty clothes, and they have to do load after load after load after load of laundry. Laundrettes. We just call them laundry mats. We have laundry mats where you can take your clothes and, like, wash and dry them. And a lot of people still use laundry mats. I know, like, in the cities and stuff, they do. Most people, you know, if you have even an apartment now, it has washers and dryers in the apartments. Oh, did he run? I guess they're running out of seed. I need to go get some seed for him. Thing. Yep, he ran out. But yeah, most homeowners and even the apartments, a lot of the apartments now have washing machines and dryers inside them. So. Yeah. See, our washers and dryers are big enough. They can do the bed stuff too. Unless it's something special that needs to be dry cleaned. And then, you know, we do have dry cleaners, but let's see, can I see him from here? I guess he's up this way. How the tractors slow down on the plowed ground now. Like I'm actually driving across a plowed field. I don't have a visual. I don't have a visual. Where is he at? He must be way up here. Getting foggier. Eesh, that's worse. I'm afraid I'm going to crash into him because I can't see. Where's he at? He got to be over here to my right or straight in front of me. Oh, I think I see him. Yep, there he is. I wonder if he'll automatically open up to this, or will I have to get out? I'm gonna have to get out and open him up. Got some changes around here. You're fired. Wait, what? Oh, bro. Now, this. Oh. Back it over here out of the way. Because I know him, he's going to back up and want to realign himself. Again. Come forward. Yep. And then he'll want to back up and realign. Yep. And he should be good to go. Okay. Take this over to the case tractor because he'll probably need some soon too. Let me get out of this field. It's very difficult to drive. And look at the ruts I'm leading hey, look, guys. Look, look, look. Thunder. I just gotta figure out what this guy's at. And did he turn west? He did. All right, he's coming up towards me. If I can catch him down here. Yeah, he's getting low. But we're getting the beans in the ground at least. Let me check on that weed situation too. I gotta go fertilize some fields too, I think. The only thing that we've got, I think, right now that has weeds is this one right there. That was the starting field. So it looks like the plowing does keep the weeds away. At least. We're fully fertilized pretty much down there on the cotton. I've got a little spot down there to hit. The oat field is fully fertilized. We need to fully fertilize our sunflowers. So let me put seed in this guy first. And then I'll go grab that solid fert rig, I guess. I may end up selling the liquid fertilizing rig back because the liquid fertilizer is way expensive. Way more expensive, I think, than the solid fert. Oh, did he run out already? Well, there's the thing right there. So I was hoping he'd make it to the end, and he just about made it. Alright, let me go find that liquid fert guy. There we go. There's a little spot right here that it didn't get. I've noticed that, you know, a lot of these little areas out here have little spots that have fert, which is kind of weird because this is all meadow. It's like meadow grass. Kind of weird. Let me see if this will let me spray that little area there. Little spot right there. Yeah, it's letting me do it now. I don't know why it wouldn't before. Alright, I think we're good to go now. Yep. Alright, let me take this up north. We got some liquid fert at the shop on some pellets that I'll fill this back up with. Yeah, liquid fert is more expensive. Gonna have a lot of cotton though. I have to build some spinneries, I guess. Probably more than one. And then build some tailor shops. Right, now I should be able to grade them in and sell everything. What that could be for. Probably something we don't have. Yep. Basically, I can just set the cruise on this, lock in the steering lock, I guess, and go. Get all the way up to the sunflower field. And there's the other plow right there. That's the deer. It had yellow rims on it, but I think the paint wore off. I did that wrong. gonna just say Das. Thank you for that raid. And good morning. Alright, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Alright, YouTube, we will see y'all in the next video. Until then, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all.